Deandre, can you just take us back to last night when Commissioner Adam Silver finally announced your name and you became a Phoenix Sun?
It was mind blowing. It was a dream come through, and I was starstruck. And seeing the reaction on my parents' faces, it was just priceless. And as I got up on the podium and shook the commissioner's hand, I just took it all in, emotional. I was very emotional. But I tried to keep it professional until I got off the stage. But it was a blessing. I'm very happy to be a Phoenix Suns.
Dave King, Bright Side of the Sun, question for Mikal. So we got to ask you how that all transpired for you. I know you were happy going to the Sixers, getting picked by them. And can you walk us through how that all transpired, finding out you became a Phoenix Sun?
Yeah, I was doing some media stuff, getting some nice pictures, and then I was walking to sit down and wait, and somebody kind of mumbled "Oh, just be prepared. You might get traded." I was like, "What? What did you say?" And they told me. I was like, "Oh, okay." So I sat there and I watched. I mean, it's crazy. I just didn't know, but I knew because I'm close with Donovan Mitchell, and he talked to us and tell us that he got traded. So you got to prepare for that. But I'm excited. I'm happy to be here.
Ashley Neville, NBA Summer League. Mikal, you mentioned the NBA Summer League last night when you spoke to media. What are you looking most forward to about that experience and being able to showcase your abilities?
You watched Summer League since you were young, and I'm just so excited to play here. One thing I want is leave Vegas with a championship. So, I'm just excited, finally, put his jersey on and get ready to play 5-on-5 again.
Deandre and Mikal, question for you both. Deandre, I think you talked last night in New York, Scott Ward over here in the Republic, sorry, about how you and Mikal have grown close. Where did that kind of friendship grow, or how did it evolve, and where did you guys meet?
All the awards we won in college, especially in LA. In LA, we got the Hall of Fame awards, and we really just built a relationship. Going to the events, going on the bus, being at the hotel, just being around each other all the time, just cracking jokes. We build that chemistry. And he's a cool guy. He respects my game, I respect his, and then build on from there.
Yes, same thing. We met in LA, and went to LA and came here. It's not like I knew him for years. And it's crazy. I didn't think I was ever going to be on the same team. We never talked about we might be on the same team together. But it's crazy. Right when after I got traded, I was waiting to see him. He was he was hyped, and I was hyped too. So it's really cool.
Deandre, Squad Bond with Associated Press again. Ryan mentioned the crowd that was in here last night when they made the announcement of your bid. The place erupted louder than it has for a lot of games for a lot of times.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks for pointing that out.
Well, it was free, so that's the reason. You come in here with a load of expectations. The guy who could kind of lead this team out of the wilderness. How do you embrace that kind of role, and is that a lot to expect for a guy who's not quite 20?
I embrace it a lot. Through my career, I will always have that chip on my shoulder. When it comes to expectations, I'm representing the whole nation, and try to be the best player I can. The only thing I can possibly do is really just help this team start a winning legacy here, and be the best team that I can possible, and just be try to be the best two-way player.
What's it been like since then? How many hours of sleep did you get last night?
I didn't sleep. I got a little nap on the plane on the way here, but it's been crazy. Since I landed in New York, it's been busy. Media has been crazy as well. So, but I got used to it. Now I know, wow, this is a part of my life, and I have to get used to it if I want to do it or not. And it's just really a blessing because I can remember yesterday, I'm back at home, just being a kid. Now I'm here in front of all you people, just waiting to play the game of basketball the best way I can.
Dave King with Bright Side of the Sun. I got two quick questions. One for one for Deandre, asking about Joel. Joel tried to engage you on Twitter last night, at least tried anyway. How badly did you want to respond on that?
Not at all. I have no comment on that one.
Okay, I figured that was the answer.
A couple of reports come out premature, erroneously. How chaotic was the night for you last night?
Yeah, well, especially after the first pick, and that might sound, you know, a little bit contradictory, but you know, when you know, I spoke last night about the impression that Deandre made on us throughout the process. You know, he's a guy we've, you know, scouted heavily. We watched, I think, you know, from his time at Hillcrest, and then you know, through you know, the year at the U of A, you know, we scouted his game practices, all that. He came away, came in and blew us away, you know, in his workout and interview, and we did his medical testing, and it all lined up. So I think, you know, he was always the front runner, and by the end of last week, we were very comfortable he was the guy, unless somebody blew us away with a trade. That didn't happen, so we called him the pick at 1. And honestly, Jody, that's when it got chaotic. Because, you know, we were using 16 to try to move up, and, you know, we engaged the teams 2 through 10, and we weren't able to crack it. So then, you know, we were evaluating staying and picking at 16, or even potentially dropping back from 16, because we weren't as excited about the grouping of players who were available at 16. That's not to take anything away from those guys are talented players. We just didn't think it was maybe the guys who were there would be a great fit with our group. So we were looking at, you know, who do we pick if we stay 16, or if we drop down later into the first. We looked at that as well. And then, you know, when Philly re-engaged us, that opened a door that, honestly, I think we thought it closed at that point, and we were happy to get that deal done. But right after that was done, then we moved on to 31. And I mentioned last night that Élie was, you know, a guy we had rated a lot higher than the 31st player in this draft. He made a great impression on us watching him play in France, and then hearing his workout as well. And then after that, we moved on to 59. So I think it was just constant, you know, throughout the night. When you start the draft at 1 and virtually end it at 59, you know, we're excited to get George. We love the balance these 4 players have. They're all a little different. They all play different positions and fit differently, and that's important to us because we think they have the opportunity to grow together. They don't block each other. Their games all complement each other, and that's why we thought it was a very successful night for the Phoenix Suns.